Japan held early elections under Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi. Japan is entering a special political phase, as Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi announced the dissolution of the lower house and the call for an early nationwide election. This decision has come as a surprise not only to the Japanese public, but also to Asia and the international community. For many years, Japan has been seen as a country with a highly stable political system and few major disruptions. So, holding an early election shortly after Takaichi took office has drawn intense attention. Sanae Takaichi is the first female prime minister in Japan's history. Her rise to power created high expectations for a new and more decisive leadership era. However, when she began governing, she faced a parliament that was far from favorable, with the ruling coalition holding only a fragile majority while opposition parties were gradually uniting into a stronger competitive force. At the same time, internal differences within the ruling party meant her position was not yet truly secure. In this context, choosing to hold an early election is widely seen as a major political gamble. Takaichi stated that she wants the people to directly decide whether they trust her leadership. One of the key reasons behind this decision comes from economic pressure and the rising cost of living burdening Japanese households. Food prices have increased, energy costs remain high, and the weakening yen has made everyday life more difficult for many families. Her government has proposed suspending the consumption tax on food, increasing public spending to stimulate the economy, and supporting businesses and workers. She wants these policies to become the core of the campaign, so she can gain clear public backing rather than being trapped in prolonged parliamentary debates. Beyond economic issues, another crucial goal for Takaichi is to consolidate her political power. If she wins convincingly, she will gain a stronger mandate in parliament, making it easier to pass key legislation and manage internal party dynamics. Without an early election, her authority would continue to be questioned and challenged from both inside and outside the ruling party. Security and Japan's international role also play a central part in this decision. Takaichi has pursued a tougher defense policy than many of her predecessors, including increased military spending and stronger strategic cooperation with the United States. As tensions rise in East Asia, she wants a parliament strong enough to support these policies and project the image of a more proactive Japan on the global stage. The upcoming election has therefore become a fierce contest between political forces. The ruling LDP under Takaichi is promoting the image of a confident and decisive Japan that will not retreat in the face of external challenges. Their message focuses on economic recovery, national security, and strengthening the country's international standing. Meanwhile, the opposition is pushing back by criticizing excessive military spending and warning about rising national debt. They argue that social welfare should take priority over defense expansion and claim that the government is gambling with the nation's future simply to secure political power. Public opinion in Japan is currently divided into different camps. Some citizens support Takaichi because they believe Japan needs a stronger and more assertive leader in dealing with challenges from China and North Korea. They feel the country can no longer afford to remain passive. Others are skeptical, worrying that early elections are costly and that tougher defense policies could increase regional tensions while the economy is still fragile. There is also a large group of people who focus only on practical issues, such as prices, jobs, and income. For them, whoever manages the economy best will earn their support. This early election is not just a domestic matter, but also carries significant international implications. If Takaichi wins, Japan is likely to adopt a firmer stance toward China, potentially prolonging tensions, especially over issues in the East China Sea and Taiwan. The United States views a stronger Japan positively, seeing it as a key strategic pillar in the Asia-Pacific region. Other countries such as South Korea, ASEAN members, and even Russia are closely watching the outcome because Japan plays a vital role in the regional balance of power. After the election, several scenarios could unfold. If Takaichi wins by a large margin, her authority will be solidified, and Japan may enter a period of tougher policies and a more prominent international role. If the victory is narrow, the new government could be weak and unstable, with major policies facing delays. In the event of defeat, the ruling party may be forced to change leadership, and Japan would move into a new political phase with a softer policy direction. This early election is therefore not simply about choosing a prime minister, but about choosing Japan's path for the years ahead. It is a choice between strength and caution, engagement and balance, leadership or standing on the sidelines in the Asian landscape. Whatever the outcome, this will certainly be a major political turning point for Japan in this decade.